Shock Monkey Radio is created by adults for entertainment purposes. The views and opinions expressed here do not reflect the sponsors or FXPG Public Radio. For additional information, refer to the U.S. Bill of Rights. Stand warned. So I watched some movies over the weekend and get caught up, and so I watched a couple of really bad ones, and so I want to talk to you about them. One of the first ones I saw was a movie called Splice. Now, there's going to be some spoilers in here, so if you want to skip ahead, go ahead. And if you're one of these people who listens to my podcast at double speed, what the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, the movie Splice. A little bit of spoilers. Stand warned. It's a story. Splice is a story about the most irresponsible and unethical scientists ever. First of all, excuse me, you have this Dr. Elsa Cast, who really wants to have children, but has been brainwashed by modern feminism to believe that it's feeding into the patriarchy to actually do so. You know how it is with these kind of women. You know, they'll say things like, I'll never have a baby unless the man carries it and delivers it. But then, you know, they come home to their cats and they're like, so what do they say? They're, Mommy's home. One of these women who is denying their natural urges to have children. So that's one of the doctors that you have here, who ends up, who is like kind of banging this other doctor, Dr. Clive Nicoli, or as I like to call him, Adrian Brody as a scientist. Now, I swear to God that Adrian Brody, is one of these actors that has conditions in his movie contracts that are ridiculous, such as I get to pick my wardrobe. Looking at you, RDJ. Or I must always look cool on screen. And then the producers will say something to Adrian Brody like, what exactly do you mean by looking cool, Mr. Brody? What exactly does that entail to you? And then Adrian Brody may answer, you know, I'm always wearing eclectic t-shirts and a wallet chain. And the producer says, but your character is a scientist. And then Brody answers, fine, I'll wear a lab coat, but I'll have like foreign military patches sewed all over it. And the producer would say something like, what is this, 1997? Look, Adrian, I know Summer of Sam was a great movie. It was. But that was over 20 years ago. By the way, how the hell do you look the same now as you did in that movie? Are you a vampire? Anyway, to talk about the movie, these two scientists have a successful hybrid of animal DNA, and they are pushing hard for human trials as if they never took an ethics class. The organization they work for says no to that because they are the ones who actually have to pay the lawyers. So they go behind their back, their organization's back, to splice human DNA into their mutant. Meanwhile, all the other scientists on their project have to do what their bosses asked in terms of like synthesizing a protein that they wanted to get. So everyone else has to work on this problem without the two lead scientists, and everyone else has to do the real work as they're playing with their mutant in their farm. Anyway, yeah, so the two lead scientists are gone. They're playing with their rabbit/human/butterfly hybrid abomination, and then they act surprised when their project falls short. Okay, worst scientists ever. So apparently the story seems to be about the dangers of intellect and the tendency of intellect to fall in love with its own creations. Also, it's about the dangers of splicing human DNA into animal DNA. I'm going to get a little taboo here, but that's not my fault. The movie went there. The film went there. I'm just talking about it. Okay, once you start splicing human DNA, okay? All right, let me put it this way. There's already deranged people on this planet who already have sex with regular animals. You start splicing human DNA into animals, you're going to have a whole lot more of that. Okay? So, you know, and it'll start happening a lot more. I mean, a lot of people will fall for that. Even Adrian Brody can fall for it. And that's definitely not cool, Adrian. So, Splice. I think it came out in 2009. I give it 7 of 13 stars. It made me think a bit. Fair play to the writers. It made me think. And there were 3 or 4 real good laughs in the movie based solely on the character's stupidity and or wardrobe. I certainly know that the sound designers seemed to have fun when they made that movie. But I would recommend you watch a better sci-fi movie instead, like Spaceballs.